Rain lashed against the crumbling stone walls. Each drop a reminder of the mansion's long-forgotten glory. The relentless downpour seemed to echo the sorrow of the past, as if the heavens themselves were mourning the decay of this once grand estate. Thunder roared, echoing across the storm-tossed sea, a symphony of nature's fury. The sound reverberated through the air, shaking the very foundations of the ancient mansion, as if trying to awaken the spirits that lay dormant within its walls. Lightning illuminated the mansion for a fleeting moment, casting eerie shadows that danced across its weathered facade. In that brief flash, the house seemed alive, a ghostly figure standing defiant against the storm. It stood alone on the cliffs, a silhouette against the raging storm. The sea snarled below, waves crashing violently against the rocks, as if trying to reclaim the land on which the mansion stood. The isolation of the house was palpable, a testament to its enduring mystery. The wind howled a mournful dirge, weaving through the trees and around the mansion, carrying with it the whispers of forgotten tales. It was a sound that spoke of loss and longing, a haunting melody that resonated with the soul. It was a night to keep away, a night for secrets, the kind of night where the boundary between reality and the supernatural seemed to blur, where the shadows held more than just darkness, and where the air was thick with anticipation. The mansion was a relic of a bygone age, its walls steeped in history and mystery. Each stone seemed to tell a story, each creak of the floorboards a whisper of the past. It was a place that had seen countless lives and heard countless secrets. Its windows were dark eyes staring out at the storm, unblinking and unyielding. They seemed to watch the world with a silent judgment, holding within them the memories of all who had come and gone. The air around it crackled with an unseen energy, a palpable tension that hinted at the presence of something otherworldly. It was as if the very atmosphere was charged with the remnants of past events waiting to be uncovered. It was a place where the veil between worlds felt thin, where the line between the living and the dead seemed to blur. A place where the past and present coexisted, and where the echoes of history could still be heard. A place where stories whispered on the wind, carried from one generation to the next. Tales of love and loss, of joy and sorrow, all woven into the fabric of the mansion's existence. It was a place that held the weight of countless lives, a silent witness to the passage of time. Jessica pulled her coat tighter against the biting wind. The chills seemed to seep through every layer of fabric, reaching her very bones. She shivered, but it wasn't just from the cold. The atmosphere around her was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. The night was dark, and the path ahead was uncertain, but Jessica was resolute. Her car, a small blue speck, looked out of place against the grand, decaying facade of the mansion. The headlights cast long, eerie shadows on the cracked walls and broken windows. The mansion loomed over her, a silent sentinel of secrets long forgotten. It was as if the very structure was watching her, waiting for her next move. The contrast between the modern car and the ancient building was stark, a reminder of the passage of time and the stories that had been lost to it. She had come for answers, answers that lay buried beneath years of dust and silence. Each step she took echoed through the empty halls, a testament to the mansion's long abandonment. The air inside was thick with the scent of mildew and decay, and every corner seemed to hold a shadow of the past. Jessica's flashlight cut through the darkness, revealing glimpses of old furniture, faded portraits, and cobweb-covered chandeliers. She knew that somewhere within these walls lay the truth she sought. The mansion held a story she was determined to uncover. It was a tale of love and loss, of joy and sorrow, of life and death. The walls seemed to whisper to her, urging her to delve deeper, to uncover the secrets that had been hidden for so long. Jessica felt a connection to this place, as if she was meant to be here, to bring the past to light. She was driven by a need to understand, to piece together the fragments of history that had been scattered by time.
I've heard the whispers, the local tales of the mansion on the cliff, stories passed down through generations, each one adding a layer of mystery and intrigue. They spoke of ghostly apparitions, of strange noises in the dead of night, of lights flickering in empty rooms. The mansion was a place of fear for many, a place to be avoided. But for me, it was a beacon calling me to uncover its secrets, the stories of a family cursed, of a tragedy long past. But I am not afraid. I am drawn to the mystery, compelled to unearth the truth. The old black and white family portraits told a story of their own, a story of a time when the mansion was filled with life and laughter. But something had happened, something that had turned joy into sorrow and left the mansion in its current state of decay. I needed to know what that something was. I'm drawn to the mystery, compelled to unearth the truth. Each step I take brings me closer to understanding, to piecing together the puzzle that has eluded so many before me. The darkness is no longer a barrier, but a challenge, one that I am ready to face. With each room I explore, each clue I uncover, I feel the weight of the past lifting, revealing the story that has been hidden for so long.
She stepped out of the car, her boots sinking into the mud. The ground was soft and treacherous, a stark contrast to the solid stone of the mansion. The headlights of her car cast a dim glow, illuminating the path ahead. Jessica took a deep breath, steeling herself for what lay ahead. The journey had been long, but she was finally here, standing at the threshold of the unknown. The wind whipped her hair around her face. There was no turning back. The mansion stood before her, a silent guardian of its secrets. Jessica felt a surge of determination. She had come this far, and she would not be deterred. The answers she sought were within reach, and she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With a final glance at her car, she turned towards the mansion, ready to uncover the truth. The mansion welcomed her with open arms, or perhaps it was more accurate to say it didn't resist. The heavy oak door creaked open on rusty hinges. A musty smell of decay and seawater wafted out. The air inside was heavy, stagnant.
All right, Jessica, deep breath. Here we go.
Shadows danced in the flickering light of her flashlight. The mansion was a labyrinth of dusty rooms and echoing corridors. Portraits of stern-faced men and women stared down at her from the walls. Their eyes seemed to follow her every move. The mansion was watching, listening, remembering. In a room overlooking the sea, Jessica found a dusty trunk tucked away in a corner. The room had an air of mystery, with the sound of waves crashing against the rocks outside. Inside, beneath layers of yellowed lace and faded velvet, lay a leather-bound journal. The journal seemed to call out to her, its worn cover hinting at secrets long forgotten. Its pages were filled with elegant script, the ink faded but still legible. Each page was a window into the past, revealing the thoughts and emotions of its writer. It was the diary of a young woman, Ella. Her delicate handwriting spoke of a life filled with both joy and sorrow. Her words painted a picture of a different time, a time when the world was simpler yet fraught with its own challenges and mysteries. A time of love, laughter and a darkness that loomed over the house. The family photos showed happy moments, but there was an underlying tension, a shadow that seemed to haunt them.
Ella wrote of her family's connection to the sea. The sea was both a source of livelihood and a harbinger of doom for her family. Of her ancestor, a sailor who had wronged a mythical creature, a siren. This sailor's actions had set off a chain of events that would curse the family for generations. The siren had cursed the family. The curse was a dark cloud that followed them, bringing misfortune and tragedy, doomed them to a watery grave. Many of Ella's ancestors had met their end at sea, their lives claimed by the very waters they depended on.
Jessica's fingers traced the faded ink. She could almost feel the weight of the past pressing down on her. A chill ran down her spine. Was the curse real? The air in the room seemed to grow colder, as if the spirits of the past were watching her. Was that why this mansion felt so heavy with sorrow? The walls seemed to whisper secrets, and the shadows danced with memories of a time long gone. Jessica knew she had to uncover the truth, no matter where it led her. Section 5. The Hidden Basement. A floor plan sketched in the back of the journal revealed a secret. A hidden basement, not marked on any other map of the house.
I found the hidden door concealed behind a tapestry in the old library.
It creaked open, revealing a set of stone steps leading down into darkness. The air grew colder as she descended. The scent of salt and seaweed intensified. The sound of the storm was distant here, muffled by the earth above. She reached the bottom of the stairs. A single flickering gas lamp illuminated a vast, cavernous chamber. Section 6. Face to face with the Siren. The chamber was unlike any other part of the mansion. It was damp and cold, the walls covered in seaweed and barnacles. In the center of the room, a pool of seawater shimmered, and within that pool, something moved.
A pair of luminous eyes emerged from the water, then a face pale and beautiful, framed by long, flowing hair. It was the Siren.
Ella had drawn her likeness in the journal, but nothing could have prepared Jessica for the sheer otherworldly beauty and the deep, abiding sorrow in the creature's eyes. Section 7. Ella's Tale of Woe. The Siren spoke. Her voice was a melody, haunting and ethereal.
I was betrayed and heartbroken. The sailor who cursed me was once my love. He had promised me the world, then abandoned me for his life on land.
Her grief had manifested as a curse that had trapped her here, bound to the mansion, unable to return to her ocean home.
Ella. She was the only one who had ever shown me kindness. The only one who had tried to help me break free.
Section 8. Breaking the Curse. The curse, the Siren explained, could only be broken by a token of true love returned to the sea.
I remember a passage in Ella's journal, a locket containing a lock of the sailor's hair, thrown into the sea by Ella in a desperate attempt to appease the Siren.
Jessica searched the chamber and found a small tarnished silver locket hidden beneath a loose stone. She returned to the pool and presented the locket to the Siren.
This is it.
The Siren took the locket, her fingers trembling. A single tear rolled down her cheek. Section 9. A peaceful dawn. The air shimmered. The Siren let out a cry, a mournful, echoing sound. Then she was gone. The pool of water was still. The chamber felt lighter, the weight of sorrow lifting.
It's over.
Jessica made her way back upstairs. The storm had passed. The first rays of dawn were breaking over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold. Section 10. The Mansion at Peace. As she drove away, Jessica took one last look at the mansion on the cliff. It no longer seemed menacing. The windows sparkled in the morning light. The curse was broken, the Siren was free, and the mansion stood silent, finally at peace.
The sea, too, seems calmer now. The waves lap gently at the shore as if whispering a final farewell.
Jessica carried the story with her. A story of love, loss, and redemption. The mansion on the cliff would stand for many years to come, but its secrets were laid to rest.